And we're live. Greetings, friends. Welcome back to Marston Mondays, where we free roam with John in Epilogue 2, live in Red Dead Redemption 2. Miko is here. Miko says, hello, Super Antonio and Sadie. Hello, mods. Greetings, everyone. Greetings to you, Miko. Appreciate you being here. Sadie's awake for once. What's that about? And David is here. Greetings, David. Appreciate you, friend. David has the Miko and the snake emoticon. Glynis, channel member Glynis Coleman is in the chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday to you. And Rage 10 is back. Rage 10 says, hello, everyone. Greetings, Rage. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston. 9 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. David says, there he is. There you are, my friend. David, what's for dinner? It's the burning question on everyone's mind. I had pizza salad. My favorite way to eat salad and pizza together in one perfect meal. Odog's here. Greetings, Odog. Appreciate you, friend. Look at that gold star Odog has. Odog has the channel member exclusive Arthur emoticon. Miko says, hey, Odog, and David has the Moondog emoticons. Odog, how are you feeling, friend? David had spaghetti. And Odog says, what up, David boy? I'm doing very well, Odog. I wanted to talk to you about Abigail. I didn't know how to spawn that event. Or where it appears in story mode, if it's post-epilogue. Because I don't think I've ever recalled seeing her dressed like that. Odog says, stressed, LOL, nothing new. Well, I hope you can use this time to unwind and de-stress, decompose a little, and just enjoy the chat. You are loved here, Odog. You know, I'm not ashamed to say you are missed when you're gone, and you contribute a lot when you're here. Rage says, my brother wants me to do the Algernon quest. Well, Rage, I don't know what to tell you, friend. I guess it depends on how much you love your brother, but I think he should do that quest on his own. Or if you want to do that quest, you do it on your own for your playthrough. But I'm tired of your brother taking advantage of you. Glennis says, I love the Algernon quest. It's hard. Well, it's not hard. It's repetitive. It's a slog. It's a grind. Let's put it that way. It's not hard at all. It's not difficult. It's just a grind. And I do love Algernon and Arthur's relationship with Algernon. Algernon is Arthur's fanciest friend. Odog says, it's not an event. It's just something I put together. She dressed up right after they got the job at the ranch. 1 to 5 missions into Epilogue 1. Interesting. So they're still at Pronghorn Ranch, Odog. Yeah, before John saves the ranch he's working at. That might be difficult for me to get. I can't think of any saves I have near there. Hey, stay here. Stay with the chat. We're working now. All day long, you don't have to work. And now you have to work just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Say hello to David and Glynis and Rage 10 and Odog and Miko. Or just relax and enjoy life. Because I'm happy to have you here. She's hot. Rage says Josiah Trelawney is also Arthur's fancy friend. Yes, but I think Algernon wins in terms of fancy Saint Denis friends. Odog says, note that if you go into town, the doctor's office is closed. Interesting. And Odog, say hi to Odog. Odog says it's nice to see you. See? Sadie is sending you virtual pets so that you will de-stress a little bit. We had an odd experience with a couple yappy dogs. Some small yappy poodle-ish dogs. This was this afternoon on our afternoon walk, and you know, small dogs I've found are almost always 100% aggressive. You know, they're big, short. They've got short man complexes, and they're big bullies. She is not aggressive at all. Serena's here. Everybody say hi to Serena. Serena says hi, Antonio. So we're walking down the sidewalk, and we see this young gentleman walking toward us with two little yappy poodle-type dogs. I am assuming, because he was a kid, you know, he was a teen, that these are either his mom's dogs or his grandma's dogs. I really hope they were not your dogs, son. He wasn't really controlling him, so I think it was more a matter of he was doing a chore, a favor for his grandma. Walter Jr., will you walk the dogs? My knee's hurting me. Yes, Grandma, I'd be happy to. So he takes the dogs out, and he runs into me and my dog. And Sadie's she's very polite. You know, I just move so that I am between those dogs and her, and she's like happy to stay by my side, and you know, and not engage with these little dogs. And the little dogs just like start straining on the leash, and they're like, you know, they're like, you know, the kid's barely controlling them. They're yapping and hollering and complaining, and one of them starts peeing, does like a little fear pee. I mean, it was like very potent and pungent. And Sadie's like not even paying attention, but you know, she's just walking. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a big dog. I scare little dogs. But I felt kind of sad that happened. And they, you know, the dog, and they were like fear yelps. They were not like angry. I'm actually a short man complex, big dog in a little dog's body barks. They were fear yelps. And so we just kind of like got out of that situation as soon as we could. And she was fine. And like 2 minutes later, she had forgotten it and was moving on with a routine tree inspection. But I felt a little bad. I felt bad for the kid too. And we apologize. Glennis says, I deal with grumpy dogs all day. Yeah, but you know, I'd never like had that encounter where they just like got super scared of like the friendliest dog on the block and peed. Serena says, hi, Odog, and Odog has the star, comet, heart emoticons. Rage 10 says, I have a lean black Labrador retriever. He reminds them of a black American standard bred. That sounds about right. What's your dog's name? Rage 10. And Sadie had enough of the chat and moved back to the balcony where it's cooler and she has a collection of bones to chew on. Serena says hello to Rage, and Serena says there is a new DLC for GTA Online, bounties or something. Oh, dog, did you hear about that? You should make a video on it, Serena, for your channel, and also shorts. Cloudy's here. Cloudy says howdy, y'all. Greetings, Cloudy. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston. Glennis says, 4 biters today alone makes for a long day. I'm sorry to hear that. They were just afraid. They're afraid of the brush and probably the water. I don't know. It's funny. Sadie will get a little bitey. When she's excited with me when we're playing with tug of war or something, but it's not like, you know, they're not aggressive bites. It's just more that she's like she wants to hold my hand with her mouth. You know, they're like mouth bites or mouthing. I forget what the toddler term is, but they're not, you know, I shouldn't encourage her, but you know, it's just me. And Rage 10 says, Hockey from One Piece. My brother named him. That's a great name, Rage. Serena says, I will, Antonio. Depends on how much it will cost. LOL. Cloudy says, this is the first time I've seen you with a tank top. What's that about? What's that about is it's very hot in Saint Denis. I'm dying. And so's the dog. Eagles is here. Greetings, Eagles. Happy Monday. And Serena and David both say hello to Eagles. Got my green tea. At some point, we will return to Tumbleweed.
Ready for a clean slate?
If we pay off our bounties first. Eagles, you are just seeing things. You will be happy to know, I'm being sarcastic, you will not be happy to know, but yesterday's stream on Madame Lalaurie was demonetized. What's that about? I was disappointed. I'm not going to lie. But, I was disappointed because I really enjoyed that Sunday night, and I thought it went very well. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think everyone who was there really enjoyed the stream as well. I'm not going to stop doing them, but, I have to be way more careful with just what I read, I guess. I thought I censored myself enough, but I didn't do enough, obviously. It's under request for review, so we'll see what happens. But next Sinister Sunday, which is on Wednesday, the Weirdling Wednesday, will be on the Amityville Horror. The Legend and Legacy, I believe I called it. But, and that one probably will get demonetized as well, but I don't care. It's fun. Serena says, I just wish they put DLCs on Red Dead story mode and online too. And Odog says, it pays to finish the game, LOL. I have a save available. Yeah, I have a bunch of John saves, but nothing at Pronghorn Ranch. I got my 100% John, who has the Legend of the East outfit. I've got the commentary John, who has the ranch. I have this John, who's stuck permanently in Epilogue 2. I don't have anybody in Epilogue 1. I don't have anyone even close. Glennis says, I loved Amityville Horror when I was a kid. Well, we're going to explore it quite thoroughly on Wednesday, Glennis. Serena says, yesterday was watching a recent panel with Roger Clark, Arthur and John and Michael and Franklin, but Trevor was missing, wasn't there. Well, Trevor is a big star now. Well, not a big star, but he's getting a lot of work. He was in Westworld, which I highly recommend if you can find that, Serena, seasons 1 and 2. Serena says, same, Glennis. Love Amityville Horror, too. Well, you're the reason I'm doing it, Serena. You're the reason we're going to get demonetized on Wednesday. Thank you. Thanks, Serena. What's that about? Because it's based on a true story. And I know you like the true story, the true story / true crime franchises. Eagle says, isn't that about a family or something? It is about a haunted house and a cursed family. A family curse. And If you want more details, you'll just have to watch on Wednesday. Serena says, thank you, Antonio. Thank you, Serena. I appreciate you. Glad you're here. 10 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Why do you suppose that is, Serena? Why does it have to be a true story for you to enjoy it? Because I've noticed that about you. See, I enjoy like fictionalized accounts. Because, you know, anytime they say it's a true story, I just don't believe it. I mean, you know, it's Amityville Horror to me is based on like a true story, a specific crime, but the supernatural elements, you know, I have difficulty believing, even though I love horror stories and supernatural elements. Anyways, we'll talk about it more on Wednesday. Let's save it for Wednesday. Save that discussion for Wednesday. And Serena says, I don't know. I think it's more scary that it's been a true story. Okay, interesting. So it adds to your level of appreciation, the fear. That was the longest tunnel in Red Dead Redemption 2. But this is the easiest way to get into New Austin without, you know, going through the tunnels. Serena says, that tunnel is scary to John, writing LOL. Yeah. It's a long tunnel, but honestly, I've never even seen a train in this tunnel. And we have the Evans, I believe. How's everyone? How's your weekend? I had a pretty good day. Glenna says, I love the view when you come out of the tunnel, though. Yes, I love all the views. And anywhere you look, you can find a beautiful view. That's one thing I love about the nature photography in this, the shorts that I do. There is just so much just beauty in this game. Scenic vistas everywhere you look, but that's because it was designed, you know, like Disneyland or Disney World or Universal Studios. You know, it's just so everywhere you look, they've put an interesting element, you know, either a tree or a, you know, a cliff or water. And that's not counting, you know, all the NPC encounters and animals. I'm just talking about the raw physical landscape. I believe this is Ventnor's Place. Glynis says it's just beautiful all around. Glynis, you are beautiful all around. And Serena says the whole game is beautiful. I love it. Can't argue with you there, Star Hearts. Oh, and then I thought, I'm glad you're here, Star Hearts. I know I said that thematically for Sinister Sundays and Wednesdays that I would stick to like American paranormal and true crime and cryptids and stuff like that, but also and ghost stories. But also, I think we should open that up to Australia as well. What's that about? And that's for a certain kangaroo hopping, giant spider slaying channel moderator who's down under, who has the heart of a star. So Serena, if you have any like haunted, like famous Australian stories of like haunted ghosts or serial sleepers, can't say that word, or you know, just like interesting monsters or UFOs or ghost stories, anything like that, let me know. And Cloudy asked, Super Antonio, have you done a video about the donkey lady? Yes, indeed, with both John and Arthur. And Serena says, I have uploaded a video, Agra, a long time ago about the donkey lady. Yeah. Yeah, I got over 1,600 videos on this channel. I've covered everything thoroughly. I can tell you exactly what I haven't covered. Those trees that make the L's, I haven't covered that. I haven't done that. I haven't done the no, I have done that. I was the dream catchers. I was going to say I haven't done them, but I have done the dream catchers. So the tree, yeah, the L trees, I haven't done that. The Bigfoot in the cave, I haven't done that. And that's about it. The rainbow boa, I've never been able to find. Haven't looked that hard. Also the shark in Guarma, haven't been able to find him. But everything else, I've got a video on it. What's that about? Odog says, there is a mystery to the trees. Yes, the whispering trees, I believe they're called, Odog. Yeah, it's just, you know, I don't like that section of the map. And I suppose in some ways I was just saving it, and then it just turned into like, I'm not interested in going over there. So why bother? And this late in the game. Odog says, nobody in their right mind does. Yeah, it's a very depressing area of the map, even if it wasn't like the location of Chapter 6. Serena says, is it hot where you are, Antonio? It's freezing here. Yes, it's winter for you, Serena. It's summer for everyone else. Routine Condor inspections. Rage says, I'm so bored at the Algernon quest. Well, you get a nice hat and a fancy revolver. And all those Algernon cutscenes, which I love. Glynis says, I go for cougars. That's the only reason I go up there. I prefer Lake Owangila, as you know. I don't even hunt the legendary moose anymore. I'll go up there for the widow. David says 104 degrees. That's 40 Celsius for you. He's talking to you, Starhearts.
Hang in there, girl.
I started watching an Australian girl for you, Star Hearts, Serena. I like calling you Star Hearts sometimes. Um, she is up in the northern area of of like on the northern edge of Australia. It was called the Kimberley. You know where the Kimberley is, and she's building a container home on a piece of property that she has out there, and she's stacked like two containers like side by side and then put one on top of the other. She had like crane guys do it. So she's gonna like make a little like patio up there. But I'm really enjoying her like her YouTube channel and her build. You know, she can weld, and you know, she has all sorts of like skills that she's learning as she goes along. I watched her laying the foundations, and I was fascinated by it. Just like she was, you know, she was like bending rebar and to like make these like columns things, and then she like put them in the ground, and then she like welded two 40-gallon drums, and then put that on top of there, and then poured concrete in there. So like, how tall is a 40-gallon drum? It's like the her container house is like one of the 40-gallon drums is underneath the ground, and so it's like one 40-gallon drum up. So like that's like 3.5 or 4 feet maybe. Serena says, I have heard it, Kimberly. Yes, it's a little bit tropical up there. Eagles is leaving. Greetings. Okay, Eagles, appreciate you being here. Have a great week, friend. Rach says, here in the Philippines, it is so hot every day. We only have sunny and rainy day here. Yes, Rage. Perhaps that's why you are raging. And the map. But yeah, I'm really enjoying her build, and I want to see where she takes the what she ends up with, her container homes. I like container homes. I don't think I'd ever have one, but I like the idea. And I already forgot the name of her channel, so I'm looking up my history. Where is she? I can... Building a Dream is what her channel is called. And she's cute. She's got like this hippie yoga vegan druggy vibe. You know, she's all tan and tatted up and kind of dready hair. Not exactly dreadlocks, but you know. But she's a lot, you know, she's a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying her channel. She's very charming. And it's very surprising that she's doing all this work by herself. It's very impressive, or she might be having a lot of help, because, you know, cute girls like that always have like men orbiting that are happy to help, that she can rely on for you know, lifting heavy things and digging, because it looks a little too professional given her level of expertise. But, you know, I mean, it's a very entertaining channel regardless. I subscribed. And if you like watching people build things, you know, and homesteading, you'd probably like it as well. Also, I had a great idea, or it seemed like a great idea to me, for Mama One and Papa One, if you talk to them or if they show up. But they could live stream their chicken coop, because that would be funny. And if like they could like set up their trail cams, not so they dox each other, but you know, it's like they could live stream their trail cams, and that'd be fun. Just put that up there. They would get like views, and they could get their own they could get their own audience going, and then at some point, Mama One will start making her elaborate meals on camera, and her channel will blow up. And that would be great for both of them. Rage says, how do you guys play Red Dead Redemption 2? I play in my bed. And David says, on my couch in the living room. And Serena says, I play in the lounge room. I have to share with family. I play at my desk at this exact location where we are now. I have the computer on, which is right here. I'm looking at you right where you guys are. You're all in the computer. And then over here on this side, I have a second screen that I set up for the PS4, or, you know, like a second monitor on this screen. Glorious Red Dead Edits says, greetings, Glorious, says, what do you think about Sean Easy? I'm not sure who that is. You know, I don't follow other Red Dead YouTubers, Glorious, with the exception of Serena, just because I don't want to make the same videos. I won't even look at like their thumbnails or their titles. You know, because I don't need that cluttering up my brain. You know, I want this channel to be unique and specific to me. But he seems to be doing quite well. He's doing better than me. And Odogs plays Red Dead in his living room and bedroom. Cloudy says there's a Twitch channel that has a live stream for all her farm animals. Wow. Yeah, see, she could do the same thing, Cloudy. And Miko says, my TV and PS4 are right beside my PC on my workstation. Yes, exactly, Miko. This is my workstation. What's that about? Rage says, the only Red Dead 2 Redemption 2 YouTuber I watch is Super Antonio. Thank you, Rage. I appreciate you, friend. Here's Sadie for you. Sadie says thank you, too. And David has a rage emoji for Rage. 14 viewers in the chat. Welcome. Serena, were you here when I talked about the small yappy dogs that Sadie scared without even trying? One of them peed. She was so afraid. I was so sad. I mean, I was and a little embarrassed because this dog is not a bully at all. You know, any fear you have is a you problem. It's not an our problem. Serena says, I miss Arthur and John going to play. Soon probably upload. I have heaps of shorts of Red Dead 2 upload. Yes, get them up, Serena. Be consistent. The algorithm likes consistently. You will be rewarded with views and subs. Come on, girl. One more time. Serena says, Antonio got more subs. And hi, Sadie, beautiful lady. Let's go to Serena's channel. And Serena is at 496, halfway there. Well done, friend. And Serena has more videos than me. What's that about? David says, well-deserved, Star Hearts. You'll be okay. But Serena doesn't just cover Red Dead Redemption 2. She covers, you know, Grand Theft Auto and a bunch of other games. She's playing Mafia right now. She did a Lara Croft playthrough. What are you doing? Stop it. Oh. Sadie has a bone that she is currently kicking and nosing around this apartment. Benz is here. Greetings, Benz. Ben says, sup, y'all. Welcome, Benz. Happy Monday. I have a bear video coming. How to spawn a 3-star grizzly bear at a stable location in Red Dead Redemption 2. Glennis says hi, Benz, and Ben says hi to David and Serena and Glennis. And Cloudy says hi, Benz. Tony's 22. 22 Tonys says hello all. Greetings, Tony. Appreciate you being here. I'm glad there's another Antonio or Anthony in the chat. I was lonely. David says hello to Tony.
Most of the towns either died or up in the
I told you we'd make it to Tumbleweed.
So, why are you burning them?
It's what the town folk want. Trying to stop the spread. Terrible. Lucrative, I have to say. Hey! Get out of there! Before you get sick!
Yeah, I'm fascinated with the potential of AI in video games and what it will mean in terms of NPC interaction. Like that guy who's leaning there, he could like have an entire storyline and that would fractal out if we interacted with him, if he was like AI generated, but which could take the story and your playthrough in a completely unique and specific direction that has nothing to do with everyone else's storyline, because he would just because the AI would just be making it up as it goes along, like Shahrazad. For those of you that are of a literary mind, Shahrazad was the hero of 1001 Nights. But yeah, I expect good things. I expect good things from AI in terms of video game production. Even though it's going to be the death of creativity in pop music and TV and movies, everything's going to be AI. Maybe not next year, but like 10 years from now. YouTube's going to be dominated by AI channels, but there will always be room for channels like mine because you guys will want the human touch. But my channels are on the way out. Serena says, David, still no parcel yet. Yeah, what's that about? I'm very upset with I was going to say Canadian customs, with Australian customs. Twin Rocks. And in terms of my nature shorts, I've noticed that the new Austin shorts do way better than like the West Elizabeth shorts and the Grizzlies shorts as far as nature goes. And I think it's just the lighting. It's and also that New Austin is more game exclusive. It's harder to get there. So perhaps it's more popular. But yeah, I don't know. What's that about? Ben says AI just doesn't have that feel like a human. Yeah, that's called the uncanny valley. And David says, should have been there 2 weeks ago. Yeah, David, what's that about? Miko says, yes, indeed, those AI dialogues still lack the human emotional nuances. Miko, for now. They'll learn that too. They will learn to ape it in a way that is, it will still be, it's an ersatz facsimile, but it'll be good enough for an NPC. It will be a simulacrum.
You okay, girl? Let's go.
But yeah, I'm more interested in how the stories will fractal out. And how it's like at that point, it's like you have an entire game populated with NPCs. And just like regular people in a world, each of them has a name and a story and a backstory and a quest that you can help or not help, a personality, like all those things will be, it'll make really good content if I'm still around. And what do you want to bet John's going to shoot that frying pan? David. David, that frying pan needed some lead seasoning. Let's move on. Well, of course, ODog, what I want is an AI patch to this game. But, I bet it would be like a PS5 exclusive. I don't think they would even be able to run it on a PS4. I mean, I can't imagine how much memory and bandwidth like an entire game populated by AI NPCs would require. Orak says the PS3 60 GB had an emo chip in it. Developers were just so far behind they couldn't take advantage of it. Interesting. And this is a trap like in Guarma, but we're in our favorite place. Roanoke Ridge. What's that about?
Okay, Missy.
Ben says, I always cook with lead. Throw some mercury in there and you got some good tasting food with a hint of death. That's the only way out of that pit that I can think of. Exit, reload, or set up camp. And then you gotta worry about the Murphy brood bothering us. Serena says, hopefully we'll get it this week, David. So looking forward to the parcel. I am too, Serena. Glennis says, my husband and I were talking about how much more would have to be in computers and consoles for AI. Yeah, I don't know what the limitations are. David says, Christina got the goodies for it. David, at some point on Sinister Sundays, we shall do Marie Laveau. That's for Christina, your lovely wife, and also the Salem witch trials. I mean, why not? Cloudy says there's an actual there's an AI game you can just walk up to an NPC and make a conversation. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Cloudy. Except in this game or in future games. Serena says, thank your lovely wife to David.
Well, it's really the catalog you want to look at. It's got everything in here.
And back to Valentine we go.
You keep treating that like your own child, all right? Good on you. Beautiful condition. Keep it up. Good. Ain't no trace of rust on that as far as I can see.
Wow, we have no money. This John never made it to the First Bank of Aberdeen.
Ain't no trace of rust on that as far as I can see. Beautiful condition.
Can you hear Sadie? She's under the desk with her bone, chewing up a storm.
Now, let's have a look. That's all done, then. Hi there.
And then off to the doctors for some miracle tonics. I mean, as long as we're here, we might as well stock up as best we can.
All my supplies.
All yours.
I'm glad that's
The Valentine doctor also has glasses, like the Valentine gunsmith. Post game. 7 years later. David says, never noticed your haircut, Mr. Super Antonio. Yeah, I cut my hair. I just kind of shaved the sides. It's too hot out.
How's that horse doing? I got space for you if you need stabling.
It looks it's a little bit Cyberpunk 2077. It's a little bit Just Stop Oil. But I got to be honest, it was mostly from all the Johnny Depp videos I was watching over the weekend. Because this is how he wears his hair. And I was like, that's kind of cool. And you know, it was getting kind of long on the sides and it was just bothering me, so I just got rid of it. Serena says, looks good, Antonio. Thank you, Serena. I appreciate you saying that. It was mostly a matter of comfort, but also Johnny Depp does it, so I was like, okay, I can do that. I'm fascinated by his like wardrobe style. Probably because I would never do it, but you know, it's like he kind of, well, let's put it this way. I think his personal style influenced how his Jack Sparrow character. I think he added a lot to what because he kind of dresses like that in real life. But I think it was Johnny Depp before it was Jack Sparrow. Serena said, I started watching The Walking Dead again from the beginning for the 20th time, LOL. I do like season 1. You know, it's like, it's so short. It's like 6 episodes. But, you know, I thought that Shane the Shane dynamic was really good. I was fascinated by that. They could have done more of that, and the introduction of Glenn, of course. I like Glenn a lot. And Daryl's brother, I forget his name. I mean, it's been so long. Cloudy says, looks like the Agent Milton haircut. Cloudy, are you being trolly? Cloudy? Do you need to be put on probation? I'm just teasing you, Cloudy. Oh, Merle. Ben says Merle was Daryl's brother. Yeah, Merle. Chops off his own hand. Spoiler alert. Oh, and you know about the Breaking Bad reference, Serena. Merle has some of that. Merle has some of that special medicine gum that Walter White manufactured. I don't know if you're allowed to say that word. Probably not. I'm just teasing you, Cloudy. Don't worry about it. I know you're teasing me too. Serena, that actor went on to play the Punisher. He made a really good Punisher. He's on Netflix if you have Netflix. So he went on to have a great career after The Walking Dead. But he was really good in The Walking Dead. Everyone was. Cloudy says, what was your thoughts on Fear of the Walking Dead? I was fascinated by the idea of, like, you know, starting over on the West Coast. And I kind of liked it, but by that time I had pretty much checked out of the Walking Dead franchise because I noticed it had a habit of building up characters and making you like them only to, like, kill them or do something horrible to them. And then they would get but without, like, an emotional payoff for that. It's not like they would get revenge or they would triumph over their circumstance. And to me, it just became, Walking Dead just became like a walking misery slog where they just keep introducing characters you like and then having other characters be mean to them. And so but I do love the special effects and the makeup, state of the art makeup. Odak says, Super Antonio, you should start a network with Ben's, Cruz, Serena, and ePro. Well, you know, they've got a crew already. Serena loves Daryl, yeah. Odak says, different styles of gameplay and whatnot, different titles. And Cloudy says, oh, by the way, Starheart's nice pink truck in Mafia 2. Yeah, she customizes all her vehicles, and they usually end up some shade of pink. She had a pink submarine for a while. Do you still have your pink submarine, Serena? Odog says, we play a vast array of games. Me and ePro play sports. I play Star Wars and Diablo. Yes, you do. And Serena says, thanks, Cloudy. I love pink. And it's time for a routine camp inspection.
Mister?
Oh, this guy is friendly. Forgot about him. And he's floating.
As long as you can find some fresh meat, lettuce,
The meditating monk ain't got nothing on this fella. And Miko says Serena also has a total disregard for traffic lights and speed limits. Yeah, she kind of makes it up as she goes along. Miko, that's one of the reasons why I love her driving videos. Cloudy says, when they killed off Rick, I stopped watching Fear the Walking Dead. When they killed off Glenn, the first time, I stopped watching The Walking Dead. And then I thought I would add the channel members to the end of the live streams. I think that would be nice to do. Shout out to the channel members. David says there's a ban on priority mail from U.S. to Australia on international suspension. What's that about? Why? David says, my wife looked to see what's taking so long. So it's just stuck in some warehouse? Serena says, I watched Fear the Walking Dead. I loved Nick. Wasn't the same without Nick. Wasn't Nick somebody from Harry Potter, another Brit? Nick from Fear the Walking Dead. Actor. Frank Delane. He was in Half-Blood Prince. Oh, he was Tom Riddle. Ben says, on Fear the Walking Dead, my favorite character was Ranger Dory. Yeah, I didn't even get that far. So when is the suspension lifted and what is it about, is what I'm wondering. Australia package suspension. Suspended. Let's go to Reddit. Even now, it's been suspended since September 2021 because of the pandemic. Lack of transportation and pandemic restrictions. Oh, super annoying. Yeah, I don't think it sounds like... I don't know what we can do about that. Anyways, friends, that's about all I have for you tonight. I appreciate you being here, as always, and I'm hoping that Serena will get her package. Hop, hop, we got to say goodbye. Say goodbye to everyone. Say goodbye to Serena and O-Dog and Benz and Cloudy and Miko. Shout out to the mods, Serena and O-Dog and David. Thanks for being here, friends. We shall return on Wednesday, where we shall talk about the Amityville Horror, the Legend and Legacy. Say hi to Miko and say bye to Miko. I appreciate all you being here, friends. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shout out to Glennis, channel member. Also, Odog and David, channel members. What's that about? It's the channel member crew. Thanks so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and have a great